As convenient as working or studying from home is, it definitely has its own set of problems. Back before the pandemic, when we could go to the office or to schools, the lines that separated work and life were clear. You wake up, you head to the office, and that's when work starts. Then at the end of the day, you head home, and that's when your work day ends. But now, those lines are definitely more blurred. Now your home is your office, and all the things and places you used to unwind are also the places where you're expected to be productive. And that makes it hard to keep track of when to stop. After all, if your bedroom is now also your office, how does your body know whether it's supposed to take a nap or concentrate on filling in a spreadsheet? Obviously, this will have a negative effect on our social lives, especially when we're expected to stay home all the time. But the good news is that there are steps that you can take to redraw those boundaries. All you need is a little help from technology. What I find helps switch my mind from work mode to home mode is by creating a physical separation between the two activities. Ideally, you'd have a dedicated room to work in. This is so when you go to the dedicated space, you know, okay, it's go time. Let's get some work done. But obviously, this isn't a luxury everyone has. What worked for me is having two separate setups. When I say that, it can mean either having a work laptop or a separate home computer, or just two sets of peripherals to remind your body what it's supposed to do when you sit down at your computer. For work, I like something silent, and I like to get rid of as many cables as I can. So that means a wireless keyboard and wireless mouse. This way, if, for example, you end up converting your dining table into your work table, when it's time to eat, it'll be really easy to just pack everything up. You won't have to faff about with a whole bunch of cables. Then when you're done with work and it's time to chill and unwind, obviously, if you're a gamer like me, you gotta have that RGB. And when it comes to gaming peripherals, it's all about function and feel for me. I tend to go for a mechanical keyboard with a nice switch feel, something tactile with a nice bump and good travel, something sturdy so that it can take some punishment. I've also always been a fan of Logitech's G502 gaming mice because they've got a really comfortable fit in my hand, and it's just the perfect size. And they're also really well built with just the right kind of textures everywhere for your finger to touch, so I absolutely adore them. And if you're into streaming, having a dedicated gaming and streaming setup is also useful for ensuring that your quality in your set remains consistent. So yeah, that's my tip for having some semblance of work-life balance during these difficult times. Obviously, it's not a perfect solution and it may not work for everybody, but for me, it has been pretty effective at helping me remain productive while still keeping some of my sanity. Plus, when you actually make time for a social life and not just lose yourself in work, you also end up making time for the things that matter, like connecting with your loved ones. Anyway, that's what I find works for me, but I'd love to hear what you've been doing to cope with being home all the time. So that way, maybe if my suggestion doesn't work, then yours might. So I'd love to hear them. Make sure you leave them in the comments section below. But that is it for this video. Until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye!